In 2 Nephi chapter 6 verse 2, I'm just going to read the first half of that verse. Behold, my beloved brethren, I, Jacob, having been called of God, and ordained after the manner of his holy order, and having been consecrated by my brother Nephi. This is a very big topic, but one which I will try to compress into main ideas in a very short video. But first, I will separate this into two subtopics. The first is being consecrated or set apart as Jacob was by Nephi. And second, being called of God after the manner of his holy order. To begin with, many of us men in the earliest church had hands placed on our heads, conferring us to the Melchizedek priesthood, and then ordained to an office like that of an elder. In other words, we became part of a priesthood, like neighbors become part of a neighborhood, or knights become part of a knighthood. Let's look at D&C section 107, verse 48. Enoch was 25 years old when he was ordained under the hand of Adam, and he was 65, and Adam blessed him. So at 25 years old, Enoch had been ordained to this priesthood by Adam, as we have been, and as Jacob was by Nephi. But at 65 years old, something else happened. Enoch became part of a greater priesthood. In verse 49, we then read, and he saw the Lord, and he walked with him, and was before his face continually. And he walked with God 365 years, making him 430 years old when he was translated. How does this happen? For the answer, we need to read Joseph Smith translation, Genesis chapter 14, verses 26 through 31. Now Melchizedek was a man of faith who wrought righteousness, and when a child he feared God and stopped the mouths of lions and quenched the violence of fire. And thus having been approved of God, he was ordained an high priest after the order of the covenant which God made with Enoch, it being after the order of the Son of God, which order came not by man, nor the will of man, neither by father nor mother, neither by beginning of days nor end of years, but of God. And it was delivered unto men by the calling of his own voice, according to his own will, unto as many as believed on his name. For God having sworn unto Enoch and unto his seed with an oath by himself, that everyone being ordained after this order and calling should have power by faith to break mountains, to divide the seas, to dry up waters, to turn them out of their course, to put at defiance the armies of nations, to divide the earth, to break every band, to stand in the presence of God, to do all things according to his will, according to his command, subdue principalities and powers, and this by the will of the Son of God, which was from before the foundation of the world. When we are ordained to the priesthood by someone laying hands on our head, like Nephi did with Jacob or Adam did with Enoch, we are received into an association of priests in our church with authority to perform certain ordinances in the church. But when God then calls someone to the fullness of the priesthood, he is received into a greater association with God and angels, with authority to move mountains and turn the course of rivers and defy armies. Do you see the difference? There's a huge difference. Moses had the authority to defy Pharaoh's armies and more, which he received from God by the calling of God's own voice. In the Pearl of Great Price, we read in Moses chapter 1, verses 1 through 4, the following: the words of God which he spake unto Moses at a time when Moses was caught up into an exceedingly high mountain, and he saw God face to face, and he talked with him, and the glory of God was upon Moses. Therefore Moses could endure his presence. And God spake unto Moses, saying, Behold, I am the Lord God Almighty, and endless is my name. For I am without beginning of days or end of years, and is not this endless? And behold, thou art my son. Wherefore look, and I will show thee the workmanship of mine hands, but not all. For my works are without end, and also my words, for they never cease. Notice that Moses was carried away into an exceedingly high mountain. And if you paid very close attention to one of my previous videos, you noticed that Nephi was also carried away into an exceedingly high mountain. And if you don't remember, you can look up 1 Nephi chapter 11, verse 1. But wait, before Moses was called by God in this great manner, hands were laid upon his head. And in D&C section 84, verse 6, we read, And the sons of Moses, according to the holy priesthood which he received under the hand of his father-in-law, Jethro. Section 84 is a very important section to understand about priesthood and why we do not have the fullness as the redeemed people of Zion, especially verses 20 through 25 of D&C section 84. So as you might guess, the second subtopic is being called of God after the manner of his holy order, bringing us full circle to Nephi and Jacob, both of whom have seen their Redeemer. And this ties back into yesterday's video about parting the veil and tasting of the goodness of God. I will conclude by reading verses 40 through 42 of D&C section 84, and I hope you will take the time to study more deeply what this could mean to you in your own life. Okay. Therefore, all those who receive the priesthood receive this oath and covenant of my Father, which he cannot break, neither can it be moved. But whoso breaketh this covenant after he hath received it, and altogether turneth therefrom, shall not have forgiveness of sins in this world, nor the world to come. And woe unto all those who come not unto this priesthood which ye have received, which I now confirm upon you, who are present this day, by mine own voice out of the heavens. And even I have given the heavenly hosts and mine angels charge concerning you.